Hello everyone, GoldenNova here, and welcome to Field Test, a series where we sleeve up my latest experiment and see how it operates out in the wild. If you want to see me run these decks through their paces live, you can catch me right here on YouTube every Friday at 8 PM Central Time. Subscribing will keep you posted, and if you want to stay in the loop on any updates, follow the link in the description for my Twitter. Alright, shameless self-promotion aside, let's talk about today's thought experiment, Flame Noble Knights. Forged in the fires of a new format, Noble Knights have returned! The scattered, unfocused originals have been sidelined in favor of a more cohesive strategy. Instead of requiring Noble Arms to stick to the board to keep your effects going, the Flame Noble Arms act as a pathway to your ultimate goal. Summon Charl, load them up with as many of their Flame Noble Knight disciples as possible, then take your opponent out in a blaze of glory. For more information, please reference the link in the top right for my analysis of the theme as a whole. But right now, let's suit up and meet our opponent in honorable combat. Here's the list I piloted. You may notice a distinct lack of God Phoenix Gearfried. This was an unintentional mistake, one that I'll definitely be correcting if I ever take the deck out for another spin. We're running 2 Ivan, 2 Ogier, 2 Maugus, 2 Custennin, 2 Olivier, 2 Baby Roland, 2 Renaud, 1 Astolfo, 2 Morgan, 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Heritage of the Chalice, 2 Golden Bamboo Sword, 3 Cursed Bamboo Sword, 3 Called by the Grave, 3 Twin Twisters, 2 Glory of the Noble Knights, 1 Gallatin, 1 Clarent, 2 Durandal, 2 Haute Claire, and 2 Joyeuse. In the extra, we have 1 TG Hyper Librarian, 2 Charl, 1 High Launcelin, 2 Vanguard Roland, 2 Isolde, 1 Sacred Noble Knight of King Artorigus, 1 Noble Knight King Artorigus, 1 Sacred Noble Knight of King Custennin, 1 Union Carrier, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Nightmare Cerberus, and 1 Nightmare Phoenix. Now, let's move on to the test footage. Our first duel is up against Sky Striker. Not at the peak of its power, but I'm sure it will still be a formidable opponent. You'll also notice that this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro footage. Yeah, this episode's been on the back burner for a while. Anyway. They'll start by setting 2 and summoning Ray, linking into Shizuku, then grabbing Widow Anchor at end step. We'll start by normal summoning Olivier and equipping Durandal. This will let us special summon Custennin, and we'll use Glory to equip another Durandal. We really want to keep this Morgan live. We'll use 1 Durandal to grab Renaud, summon them, and then get back that Durandal. We'll synchro Vanguard Roland and use Called By to get rid of the Ray, because we're going to run over that Shizuku. At end phase, Vanguard's delayed effect resolves, adding Baby Roland from the deck to the hand by sending Cursed Bamboo to grave, which also grabs us Golden Bamboo Sword. They'll start their turn with set rotation, giving us Area 0, and they'll get Mystic Mine. Oh no, we're in for it now. They'll go drone into Hayate, set 2 and flip up Disciples, and then Apocalypse. Okay, it's Striker Draco, that's pretty scary. They'll pop their Disciples with Apocalypse, having the power of all my monsters, and getting rid of Durandal before they swing direct for 1500, sending Ray to the grave before passing turn. We'll normal summon the Baby Roland and equip a Durandal and Joyeuse. We'll synchro using the equipped Knights for High Launcelin, and we'll get back Olivier with Durandal's effect, and then Xyz summon for Sacred Noble Knight Artorigus. We go to battle phase because I'm too dumb to remember what Mystic Mine does, then link 2 into Isolde. Now that effects are online, I foolishly use Artorigus to special summon Vanguard, but they're a total bro and equipped to Isolde before that can resolve. Isolde gets anchored so I don't search, and I'll equip Olivier to Isolde for future protection. During end phase, Baby Roland will search Renaud, and Mystic Mine will implode. They'll try to activate Compulse to get rid of Isolde, but it looks like I'm not the only one that forgot to read about continuous effects, and it's forced to target Hayate. On their turn, they'll tribute Ignis using their Apocalypse, but the targeting protection comes in clutch once again, forcing them to destroy their own Ignis, and they concede. Next, we have a game against Sacred Beasts. They've got a new structure deck coming out soon, and they have a very interesting win condition. Let's see how we stack up. They'll start with Dark World Dealings, and I will relish the opportunity to do a little alchemy with my Cursed Bamboo Sword. They'll normal summon Dark Beckoning Beast, grabbing 7 Spirit Gates, using it to search Chaos Summoning Beast. They'll use their extra normal summon to get it on board, and tribute it to bring out Raviel. They'll banish the Summoning Beast from grave to search Fallen Paradise. Most decks have to give up 6 cards from their extra to draw 2. This deck has to play Sacred Beasts. Honestly, not sure who has it worse. They'll link away Beckoning to summon Almirage, then pass to us. We'll special Olivier from hand by ditching another Olivier, then normal summon Custennin, allowing Raviel to make a token. We'll banish the Yarded Olivier for Astolfo and begin the Synchro Climb. We'll make Vanguard Roland, then Charles. By equipping Olivier, Charles can contribute to some quick deforestation. We'll force the Almirage off the field, and then punch the token. We'll set the call, and at end phase, Charles will equip Cursed Bamboo Sword from grave and Ogier from deck, with the delayed Vanguard Roland ditching Clarent to add Renaud. They'll normal Beckoning Beast, and I don't like them getting free cards, so I'm going to banish the other copy from their grave with Called By, which should also keep them off their extra normal summon. They'll set one, then use Pauper up, but wouldn't you know it, we've got the Ash for it. Unfortunately, they have a fresh Summoning Beast in grave, which nets them another Fallen Paradise for 2 draws. You know, a completely fair effect. Raviel will tribute Beckoning, so I don't get to punch in for a bunch of free damage. They'll move to end phase, where Charles activates again, reclaiming the Clarent and blowing up my Ogier to free up some space. I draw Haute-Claire and play Golden Bamboo Sword. They'll flip Awakening, might as well get as many life points as possible, then we'll activate Haute-Claire, using Charles' trigger to blow up the Awakening. We'll blow up the Haute-Claire to give Charles the double attack, and have Durandal give us a search. Really, we can win this by grabbing Baby Roland and doing what the deck is supposed to do, but instead we grab Malgus. We'll special Renaud from hand, getting back a banished Olivier, then making Union Carrier. Oh hey, I can still win! We equip Baby Roland from deck, pumping us up to 4,500, and we don't do that. We'll just attack Raviel on the token and let them have another turn. We'll send the Cursed Bamboo to grave to special Olivier, and make the Big Brain play to link for a Nightmare Phoenix to get rid of the Fallen Paradise. At least we get a draw from it. We'll activate another Cursed Sword to draw 2 from Golden Sword, and hey, 2 pieces of interaction, nice. At end phase, Baby Roland will get us a Renaud. On their turn, they'll normal the Summoning Beast to get the Raviel out of their hand, but I've got the Called By for it. This puts the game back entirely in our hands, despite some sour misplaying. Astolfo finally resolves, summoning themselves as well as our Yarded Charles. We'll summon Renaud to get back a Baby Roland, normal Kustenin, link for Isolde, grab another Renaud, and have Isolde special Ivan from deck. Vanguard Roland piggybacks onto Charles, popping the Spirit Gates, and we swing it for 35, 17, 19, and 1600 for game. Alright, we've been doing pretty good so far, let's really test our mettle. It's time for dinosaurs, and considering it's me, this duel is likely a foregone conclusion, but let's see if we can't turn that around. They'll lead with Fossil Dig, grabbing Baby Ceratosaurus, and a second dig to grab Oviraptor. They'll activate Miscellaneous Source, then normal Oviraptor to grab Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. They'll use the Bone Triceratops in grave to summon Animador and Archeosaur. Wow, did not know about that combo line. They destroy the baby in hand, not a good phrase to immortalize on the internet, searching double Evolution Pill and summoning another baby. The Oviraptor will swap babies, summoning a Giant Rex from deck. They'll link the Rex and baby into Pentastag, banishing them for the UTC, resummoning the Rex, then Xyz summoning Dolka. We've got our work cut out for us this time. We'll start by normal summoning Kustenin, then banishing Baby Roland for Astolfo. We'll activate Haute-Claire, prompting the UTC's effect. This effectively ends our turn. They'll double Evolution Pill into a second UTC, and swing in for 33, 15, and 3500 for game. Okay, so the climactic duel against dinos is usually where I'd end the gameplay portion, but I wanted to add an extra one for me. You'll see what I mean by the end. This duel's gonna be up against Time Lords. Sorry, Casual Kiwi, nothing personal, but I've gotta take these Gallifreyans down. They'll lead with Pot of Duality, keeping a Dark World dealings that they'll summarily activate. They'll normal summon Lazion with no tributes because their field is empty, set a card, and pass to us. Lazi will burn us for 1000 as we draw, then we'll normal summon Malgus. Activating Glory of the Noble Knights, we'll equip a Cursed Bamboo Sword so we can draw some more with Golden Bamboo Sword. We'll equip Joyeuse, allowing us to special summon Kustenin. We'll link them together to make Isolde, making a chain that will grab us a Baby Roland, Golden Bamboo Sword, and gaining another normal summon. On our new chain, Isolde will send Clarent to summon Renaud, which will recycle our Cursed Bamboo Sword. We'll cycle through another Golden Bamboo Sword, playing the new Durandal and Haute-Claire we just drew. Durandal will search us Astolfo, and we'll banish the Malgus to special her from hand. We'll set Twin Twisters, and with no way to get past Lazion, we'll pass turn. On their turn, Lazion will be shuffled back into their deck, right into the path of their Pot of Desires! They'll banish 10, but that's what the Ash Blossom is for. What is that now, Neg 11? They'll normal summon Sandaeon and attack over Isolde. There's no battle damage, but Sandy will burn us for 2,000. That's about all they've got, so they'll pass to us. We'll normal summon Baby Roland and link it to another Isolde. We'll search Renaud, then start up Astolfo's Grave Effect. See you in 2 turns. We'll Twin Twisters to avoid shenanigans, but it's Waking the Dragon, letting them summon Raid Raptor Ultimate Falcon. Uh-oh. We'll link into Nightmare Unicorn, pitching the other Twin Twisters in hand to get rid of the Sandy, but that's just doing something that would happen anyway. At end phase, Baby Roland will grab us Ogier and we'll pass to them. Our opponent will waste no time in attacking over our Unicorn, then pass back to us. We'll normal summon Ogier, sending Malgus to grave, triggering the Mage's effect to draw us a card. Good fortune, we got a Durandal! We'll use it to search Olivier, then special Renaud from hand, grabbing back Gallatin. We'll equip Malgus from grave, then use Olivier's effect to send it back to grave so they can be special summoned. We'll synchro for High Lotsalin, equipping Joyeuse. We'll pop it to get back a Baby Roland, then equip the Usurper with Olivier and Ogier. Our opponent is still stuck on plays. They'll use Ultimate Falcon to attack over Renaud, then pass to us. On our turn, Astolfo resolves, summoning themselves and Renaud, which will in turn get us Clorent. We'll equip Gallatin and Baby Roland to Lotsalin, then normal summon Olivier. Now we can attack over the Ultimate Falcon and do 1,000 damage with Olivier. Lotsalin will search us another Baby Roland at the end of the battle phase, and we'll synchro summon Charles with Lotsalin and Olivier. Gallatin will re-equip, having Charles destroy Renaud, and then we equip the Royal Retinue for all the protection. At end phase, we'll equip him with Haute-Claire, then Baby Roland will search us another Haute-Claire. On our opponent's turn, they'll activate Mound of the Bound Creator, yikes, and normal summon Camion. Its effect doesn't target, so when they attack, they shuffle back Charles and burn us for 500. Gallatin will re-equip to Astolfo, and Malgus will draw us a card and they pass to us. Thankfully though, we have all the cards we need to summon Charles and attack directly twice for game. You know where this goes, Spoonie.
I guess we do, but they were sometimes known as the 12 Peers.
What?
Now, historically, they were the foremost members of Charlemagne's court, although many of their most famous exploits are largely fictitious, representing Christian martial superiority over the Saracen hordes.
What are you dribbling about?
Well, my friend, that's a paladin.
Ah, man, I've been waiting to get that reference off my chest for so long. But fun finale aside, this deck did have trouble getting over more interactive boards, but it can bypass certain walls altogether. Let's go over what works and what needs work. First, it's Noble Knights, baby! Sure, not OG Noble Knights, but you get to include some sweet old cards while piloting them with a fresh coat of paint. Second, it's more resilient. By making the equip spells enable plays, rather than making the monster's effects require you to have them on board, there are less choke points. Third, it's way more consistent. Chalice, Durandal, and Glory of the Noble Knights all help get you what you need when you need it. And Renaud and both Rolands are excellent at recycling your cards and getting them to you. But then we have the downsides. First, the deck has a hard time going second. While it's hard for 1 or 2 pieces of interaction to take it out of the game, it isn't hard to keep you off of Charles, who you need to both close out games and grind for them. Second, there's way too much waiting. Isolde keeps you from using the card that you search that turn, both Rolands search at the end phase, Astolfo's revival effect takes 2 turns to resolve. This game is honestly just too fast for these kinds of restrictions to be acceptable. Last, the equip cards don't feel good. Like, this is a personal gripe, I admit, but equip cards should have some kind of static ability no matter what. It's the essence of the card type. And making the Flame Noble Arms just good normal spells with extra steps feels like it's missing the point. Despite my criticism, I still think the deck is going places. I clearly forgot to add God Phoenix Gearfried, who would have been a great way to interrupt plays, and I didn't even know about recent updates like Smoke Grenade of the Thief to rip a card out of your opponent's hand. Being able to play the Forceful Sentry as part of your main engine is a pretty big plus. Do you have any changes you'd like to make to these powerful paladins? Please let me know in the comments because I'd love to hear your ideas, and if you liked the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.